Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying for Beginners with Jim Misiura. Today we're going to tie a Cranefly nymph. And we're not going to just make a mop fly, we're going to tie a fur Cranefly nymph. The hook that I have in the vise, this is a curved shank. This is a Hemingway number 118, size 10. And this fly you could make on a size 6 down to a 16. But Craneflies, the bigger ones, are what you're more likely going to run into. And here, this is a size 6, so you can see how big they could be. We're going to go ahead and put some weight on there because we want the nymph to be on the bottom. I'm going to take some lead-free wire, and this is 20 thousandths. And we're going to put it in the middle. Start maybe where it's hanging at the point of the hook. And I got about 18 on there because of the length of this. But the amount of weight you put on there really depends on you, and it depends on where you're going to be fishing it, how deep the water is, things like that. I'm going to use, I have some brown thread here, and this is 8/0, but black thread is fine. We're going to start it in front of the lead wraps. We're going to hold those lead wraps into till we get on top of them, and then we're going to put some wraps in back of it. Now, it's not real important when we're going to use a dubbed body to make a taper on the end of the lead wraps, but you can go ahead and do that. Because when we're making a dubbed body, that's going to fill in pretty easily. Then we're going to bring it back about to where it would hang at the barb. Now for the body, I'm going to use fur, and you see here I have a bag of, it's just fur pieces, assortment. It's all different kinds of animals in there, but I chose this one. It's a nice cream color, and that's a good color for the Cranefly, is a cream color. And you can see on here, you see all of the guard hairs sticking out. And on the end piece here, you don't see any. And what I did was I plucked the guard hairs before, just pull them out before I'm going to take any fur off it. It's just pretty easy to pull those out, because you kind of want a smooth body on this. Cranefly larvae are like a giant caddis. They got that worm-like body. So you don't need any guard hairs in there. So I'm going to just take some of this. First thing, I'm going to put some wax on my thread. I'm going to turn that upside down so I can dub it easier. I'm just going to pull the fur off. Oop, and I dropped it. Just pull some off there. And we're going to dub that on there. If you get a guard hair or two, you can pluck them out later or trim them off. We want to make somewhat of a tapered body. Remember, you can always add more, so don't get crazy with the dubbing. And I'm going to add several layers on this, obviously. And there's the guard here, and I'm going to get a little bit more. Now when we get to the front of the body there, we want to kind of make it so it's a flat. That will help us with our legs and the front Now for the legs, I'm going to go ahead and turn that over again. I just have a guinea bird feather, guinea fowl, and I'm going to take probably about almost a ½ inch worth, because when you draw them together, they're going to be a lot less. We're going to put those in, and we'll make those legs, make them not quite half the body, or around half the body. Bring that up, and it'll keep them right on top, or on the bottom. Now we're going to trim off that excess. Now for the head section, we're just going to take some black ostrich herl, and we're going to wrap this. So we'll just tie this in. Got a leg. And we'll trim that off. We'll bring our thread about halfway to the eye. And then we're just going to wrap this. I have two ostrich herl here. You could actually kind of stroke it back as you're going. Oh, I'm going to back that off there. Had a hiccup. Or you can just rotate. Give you a nice full section there. I really like the ostrich herl for many different uses. It's very strong. First of all, it is very strong. Even singularly, it's very strong. But also, that's gonna, all those little barbels are going to like breathe in the water. And we'll clean up that head. Take the whip finish, put the hook over the thread around the camel hump, bring it back, invert it. There's our X. Bring that down and then just rotate. Give it 3 to 6 turns. Tug it a little bit. And we'll put a little bit of head cement on there. Just be careful you don't get the eye. And of course, if you do, just take a feather from your desk. Got a feather here and put it through the eye. I don't believe I had any in there, but that's just how you do it. And here we have a cranefly larva. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. If you do subscribe, please hit the notify button so you don't miss any of my videos. Please recommend me to your friends. Visit my sponsors. Let them know that I sent you. Leave comments, questions, suggestions. If you'd like to purchase any flies for me, go to etsy.com/shop/flymanjim. And if you don't see it there, just send me a message and we'll figure out what you're looking for. And most of all, thank you very much for watching my videos.